Hello and welcome. This is Stitching with My Kitties, Floss Tube number 13, and I'm Patty Penn. I have with me today Dallas. He's our handsome boy, and he's big and fluffy. He only weighs 12 pounds, but he looks like he weighs 20 because of all of his soft fur, and he doesn't like to be held, but I can't help it. He was up here, so I had to show him off a little bit. Can you say hi to Patty? That's Niecie Lynn's little kitty. Okay, you can get down. Oh, there went the tail. I knew he was going to do that. Sorry. So, again, welcome. I'm so happy you decided to join me today. Again, this is Stitching with My Kitties, Floss Tube number 13. So, let's just get started. I have a good bit of stuff today. I don't know how long it will take. Hopefully, I'll keep it under an hour. So I'm very excited to report. In Floss Tube number 12, I mentioned that I was getting rid of almost all of my garment patterns to not only include Vogue, Butterick, McCall Simplicity, but also a lot of private pattern makers for children's heirloom sewing garments. And so I reached out to a friend of mine to see if she would be interested in looking at the patterns, and she said, oh yes. And so we met for lunch, and I gave her all the patterns. My whole trunk was full. And so she said what she didn't want, she was going to take to her Smocking Guild, and then also to EGA, the Embroidery Guild of America. And then if there were any left, she would take them out to a shop in Manassas that actually reuses garment sewing patterns. So I thought that was great. So I will have a little bit of quilting at the end. I'm just going to show you 2 Block of the Month clubs that I'm in with shabby fabrics. I haven't done any quilting in several months. I've been busy doing other things, but I will leave that to the end. And I will let you know when we're going to transition from cross stitch to quilting so that you can go on to another cross stitch channel if you're not interested in seeing the blocks of the month. And excuse me, my mouth is very dry, so I've got to keep sipping on my Cherry Coke Zero. So when we went to StitchCon, Barbara, the owner of Keepsakes that puts on StitchCon, every year she has a charity that she raises funds for. And this year, like I have mentioned in past Floss Tubes, it was beds for heads. And someone came up with the idea that we need to make pillowcases for each bed. Some people donated to buy a bed or the sheets, I mean, different things. And I have been doing the, it's called the burrito pillowcase method. It's a regular pillowcase, but it's all French seams, so you don't see any of the raw edges. So I have been doing that because my Smocking Guild, Alexandria Fine Stitchers, that is one of the service projects we do every year. And so I said that I would love to make some pillowcases. And then someone else reached out to me through Niecie Lynn. Hey, Niecie Lynn. Someone else reached out to me through Niecie Lynn that there was a lady that had an Etsy shop that would donate some quilting fabric if you would make the pillowcases. And so I reached out to Christine, and I will link her Etsy shop below, but it's called Thread Stitches and Fabric, or no, Thread Stitches Fabric on Etsy. So I'll make sure that I link that because it's a wonderful store. I'm waiting to see if she's going to get one particular line of fabric in from Moda that I'm interested in picking up. And, you know, I order from different companies. But if I can find a small business owner, especially a small business woman owner, I would like to patronize their shops. So please look below for that if you're interested in quilting cottons. So I'm so excited to tell you, Niecie Lynn got into Stitch West this November. Yay, I can't wait. Hands On Designs, Kathy Haberman, is going to be the guest designer. And Niecie Lynn just found out, I think it was Thursday when she texted me. And she thought it was the April one. But I told her, no, it's the fall one, because I will get your invoice, because I didn't know if your PayPal was linked to the email that I had. So anyway, we looked at it, and it's the Stitch West October 24. So we're so excited, and I'm over the moon. I can't wait to meet Kathy Haberman and Mr. HOD in person, because I love their videos, and I love Kathy's designs. I will also link Kathy's YouTube channel below also. Now, I'm going to have to get up during this video at least 3 times, because I've got some stuff to show you, but I want to be very careful with them. So I'm going to have to go into the other room and bring them in when I'm ready to show you those. Let's see, what else? So I've already told you, oh, well, I kind of alluded to it. I got Niecie Lynn and me both in for Stitch West Spring 2025. And it's going to be in Ogden. And the venue, which is the Marriott, I think it's the Marriott Courtyard, is right across the street from Shepherd's Bush. And Shepherd's Bush is the guest designer. So 2 fabulous, fabulous conventions coming up. I'm just so excited. Niecie Lynn texted me and she said, this is just our year, isn't it? And I'm like, yeah, it's just our year. So last weekend and then this weekend, I have been making project bags. I have 10 cut out, and I have 4 that are ready to go. So I'm going to show you all 4. This one is obviously a little teddy bear. This is a panel that I just cut out and then put the finished it as a project bag. So that's one. And then here's the little bear with the hat and the Americana balloon. There's a little bit of a glare, sorry. So I think he's cute. And then we've got We the People. And lastly, we've got Glamping. So I love making my project bags, and I just feel so accomplished when I get some made. And as some of you know, I love giving them away. It makes my heart happy. And if I had to do it to get paid, I wouldn't enjoy it. I know I wouldn't. So now, I would like to report on my progress on the crowned heart. And this is Modern Folk Embroidery. So there's what it's going to look like when it's completed. And here's where I am. I have almost completed the entire border. Now, I had to rip out almost the entire bottom border because I had gone up and down, and I put this heart in, and then I'm like, oh, I'll go all the way over to the side. Now, you know, I had made up my mind that I had to do each little section before moving on to the next one. Well, I didn't follow my own rules, so I had all of the zigzag across when I realized I had made a mistake. I had to pull it all out. I had to go all the way back here and try to figure out where the mistake was. So I spent probably 3 days frogging, counting, recounting, looking at everything, and finally I got it all almost finished. I have 2 more little petals. That's what I think of them as, you know, a little flower petal. And then the little motif like this one over here. So I think I can finish this today, and then I'll be ready to start on the inside. I've already charted my name and Damon's name. I think I mentioned that in floss tube number 12. And then there's what the center looks like. I am beyond happy. I can't believe this is just gorgeous. So once I get it completed and framed, I'm going to have my husband hang this one over the fireplace in the family room. And right now I have Lila's studio, Let Freedom Ring, and I'll move that to my sampler wall upstairs. So I'm really, really happy with how the crowned heart is coming along. I can see the end, and I think I should be able to finish it by the time we get ready to leave to go to the Galapagos. So, Niecie Lynn and I both got spring green pears, and you've seen this. I've shown it before when we were at Keepsakes, and she got the linen, but they did not have any of the green, what's it called, even weave, because they needed 36 count. So it was stitched on agave from Zweigart, and I could not find 36 count agave by Zweigart. So I decided I would try to dye it myself, and I had bought some. They didn't have any kind of 36 count at my Alexandria LNS, so I had purchased some Celadon by Zweigart. That was as close as we could tell to the DMC color it called for. So I tried over dyeing the 18 count Ada, and I could not get the color right at all. So then I also decided, well, why not try some 36 count white even weave? And after several tries, I finally came up with this. And it's a little mottled, which is fine with me. And these are the two flosses that Niecie Lynn and I picked up in the annex at StitchCon. I think I'm going to use the darker. I need to ask Niecie Lynn to get her opinion. But this is pretty close to the color, I think. And Niecie Lynn was going to compare hers also to see how true to color it matched the pattern. So I'm really excited about that. I don't know when I'm going to start it, but I have it all kitted up, ready to go, and that's all that matters. And I've shown you these hankies or doilies a couple of times that my friend Judy, hey Judy, I hope it's starting to cool off down there. Judy lives in Texas, and every day this week it was triple digit. And I told her just to stay in and be safe. So I finally found the alphabet that I wanted. I'm going to put a P for pen. Where's the P? Right here. And I decided that I was going to use Weeks Dye Works Madison Rose. And that's pretty true to color. So I will put the initial here in the corner, and as soon as I finish the crowned heart, I'm going to do this real quick because it shouldn't take very long. I have it in this project bag, which I made some time ago. I love purple and green together. Even though pink is my favorite color, I love purple and green too. So, because I really want to get these out as part of my home decorations. And then I had mentioned, I think I mentioned last floss tube, that I couldn't find the pattern to give thanks. It's by Hands On Designs that Niecie Lynn had sent me. And she sent me, so this is what she actually brought it to me at StitchCon. So this is the pattern. And I finally found it. I had put it in a bag, in a little project bag and put a note on there, HOD, give thanks. I'll talk about how I do this in another floss tube. And I'm sure you remember, she sent me the frame that she used, and I loved it, so she got me one. And then here's the fabric that she dyed. And it's 36 count linen. No, it's 28 count linen. So I think I'll be able to stitch on it. You know, I'm not a linen stitcher, but I can actually see this, and I don't think the slubs are going to be real bad. It's a Zweigart. And she did a great job matching this color. I mean, look at that. So I may take this on our trip that's coming up. I'll tell you more about our trip in the next floss tube, which in 2 weeks, because I have there's several things that I will tell you about. So let's see. So progress on the crowned heart, my pears, my hankies, excuse me, my give thanks. And then yesterday, my friend Susan, Stacy, and I, hey Stacy, hey Susan, it was so good being with you ladies yesterday. Can't wait for October. We all went up to Drma's Needlecraft Corner in Baltimore for the Saturday sit and stitch. And so we all took a project. I took crowned heart and worked on it. Stacy took a really cute December piece, and she decided that the fabric was too much for her to handle, so she bought a Q-snap, and she's really liking that. Then my friend Susan was working on a bird motif, and it was I think it was a robin, maybe, or a wren. It doesn't matter. She wanted to change it to a blue bird, and she found the colors that she picked for the 2 shades of blue and the pink belly was perfect, and she got a good bit of the bird started. I showed her how to use a corner gauge if she wanted to start in the upper right or upper left corner, or how to do a center start. Susan is really coming along with her cross stitching. She's getting really good. But yesterday was Harry's 50th birthday. Happy birthday still, Harry. And Anne's was in July. I think it was July the 8th or 9th, did they say? I had Harry and Anne are the +2 for table 24 from StitchCon. So they're joining us for our United We Stand sale that starts Labor Day Monday. So I had made 2 of those project bags, one's for Harry and one's for Anne. Well, I put those, and I had some fabric that I was taking to them, and I put them in a bag, put it beside my cross stitch carrier. I don't know what to call it. It's a bag. So it's a square that it's really for quilting. You can put your 12 by 12 blocks in. I've shown it on the channel before. So so I had it all together. Wouldn't you know, I got to Drma's, walked in, saw Harry and Anne, looked at the table, saw the bag that was just like the one I had their stuff in that was up here in my sewing floor. Yeah, I went, left it here at home. So Harry, being the cut up that he is, has decided that since Niecie Lynn needs help and we have to pin a note to her shirt with a $10 bill, he thinks I'm going to be in that same boat. So I'm just saying, he just said, yeah, we got to give you a note and a $10 bill, just like Niecie. So he just thought he was being so funny. So we had a great time seeing everybody. I won't be there in September for the Saturday stitch, so I'm going to see if Harry and Ann want me to mail them their project bags or if I can just bring them up in October. The idea was I was going to make Americana-ish project bags for us to put our SAL in. And I will talk more about the SAL next floss tube also. And I'll show you the pattern again because I'm hoping everybody would like to join in for the SAL. I love the pattern and it'll just be fun, I think. So I'm making myself a note that I have to talk about United We Stand SAL on our next floss tube. Okay, I'm through making notes, but I'm sure I'll have to add some more. Then let me go and get something that I want to show you that is just beautiful. And I'll be right back. I'm back. And I hope you think these are as lovely and exquisite as I do, because I think they are amazing. Twin Peak Primitives has an Etsy store, and then they also have Twin Peak Primitives limited edition Etsy. Well, and I'll link both of those Etsys below also. They had these gorgeous handcrafted boxes that they offered, and there were a limited number. So I ordered 2, and I think I showed them both last time or the time before, but I'm going to show all 4 of them because they are gorgeous. Here's the top. There's the front. And the polka dots or the snowflakes go all the way around, including the back. There's the inside. And you get a little bitty Santa. And there's the bottom. And I think they are exquisite. You also get a pillow. So, I love these. I think they're just unbelievably beautiful. So let me put that one down. Okay, here's the next one. Similar to the first one I showed. Cabins in the snow. And then there's the front, and the snowflakes go all the way around. Here's the inside and the bottom and the same Santa and another pillow. Whoops. That I think you could maybe put it like this in the box to display your pillow. I think I'm keeping 2 of these for myself and I'm giving 2 away as gifts. I'm thinking that I will probably use the pillow and the Santa as ornaments on my tree. 2 more. I think this is my favorite. And I think it's because of all of the colors and how bright and cheery it is. And look at those snowflakes. Oh my word. And then again, the inside of the lid. And amazing. And then one more box. Let me move my drink out of the way before I spill it. And I won't show you the last 2 pillows. You've seen the pillows. And then here's the other box. And I think I will keep this one for myself. But when I found these second 2, I was amazed. And there's the inside and the bottom. So I am just so happy that I found 2 more boxes, and we're going to be able to give 2 away like was my intentions, and still keep some for myself. Yay, yay me. Go Patty. Then now I'm going to go ahead and go into haul. Oh, before I go into haul, one other story about Niecie Lynn. Now remember, I think it was 2 Floss Tubes ago, 10 or 11, I told you about Niecie Lynn. I took her to the her gate to fly back to Dallas while we were coming home from StitchCon in Cincinnati. And you know, so she missed a plane, that whole rigmarole. Well, I told her that I was going to have to just fly to Texas with her, wherever we were coming from, to make sure she got home. Then I'd fly back to D.C. When I found out that she was going to get to go to Stitch West in October, I pulled my plane tickets because I wanted to let her know about the time we were arriving, in case she wanted to go to Ogden to Shepherd's Bush with us before the Stitch West starts on Friday. We're flying in on Thursday. Wouldn't you know, we have to, going to Salt Lake, we have to change planes in Chicago. Guess where we're flying back to? Through Dallas. So thank God I can get her home. I told her she had to get on that flight so that I didn't have to worry whether she, you know, missed her plane again or not. So, Lord's looking out for her. So, now, haul. I do have some haul. Remember last time I told you I had joined Bestitch Me's Neutrals Club because I had been in their color club for quite a while and kept moving up in count, but Brandy wasn't dyeing anything above 32 count for even weave. Well, recently I found out she was also dyeing 40 count Verdal, so I signed up immediately. This is coconut shell. And that's pretty close because it does have a definite gray tint. And I think that is beyond gorgeous. I can't wait to stitch something on this. It's going to be exquisite. That's my new word for the month. I actually started using it in July, so I got to come up with a new word for August. And then I ordered this Fairy Dust modeled 36 count from Fabric Flair. And they are so good to me there. They sent me extra of this, and it's just beautiful. It's just fantastic. And this is 36 count. I think I've already said that. Then I also got just a plain ivory, I guess you would call it, or beige. I forget what they call it, but just a good light neutral. You could even coffee tea dye it if you wanted a little darker. And this is, again, a hand-dyed effect, although it's printed. Then I got, I needed some, I was trying to match up the greens. So I did order some, and this is Khaki Dyed Effect by Fabric Flair, 36 count. And this was pretty close, but my dyed fabric is closer. And then this is Old Historic Green, which wasn't anywhere close what I needed, but I still love this piece of fabric. It's gorgeous. Again, the hand-dyed effect. And then I ordered, I think this is a fat quarter. I don't remember. I don't see a name on this one. I don't remember what it's called. It's 36 count too. It's very similar to the Khaki Dyed Effect. And then I got a Sage Green Dyed Effect, very pale, very nice piece of fabric. And then I got Desert Dyed Effect. And then lastly, you know, I've been on my bee kick, and I've got their Berkshire Hive that Niecie and I are using it for some of our bee projects. Then I got another bee. I don't remember what that one was. And then I got Queen Bee Muted. And that's the colors coming in really good. It's very, very close to in person. So those were fun. And I'm not going to order any more fabric for a while. And of course, then, you know, Fabric Fair is going to come out with their fall colors or their winter selection. But I just love their fabric. I love the people there. Their customer service is unbelievable. Just a fabulous company. So definitely, if you're looking for fabric, again, give them a look at. And I'll link their website below too. It's just fabricflair.com. And then I did get my sweet friend Christy. Hey Christy, she's the Salty Stitch designer, or excuse me, Salty Stitch Designs. Salty Stitcher Designs. I don't know what's wrong with me. I have a problem with that every time we talk. I sent her some of the Ada that I that I knew I would not stitch on. And she and her mom do, and especially her mom, stitches on Ada quite a bit. So she said, well, let me pay shipping. I said, no, I'll just ship it to you because I'm not going to use it. She said, well, tell me what charts you want and I'll send you some charts. Thank you, Christy. That was totally unnecessary, but sincerely appreciated. So I have 3, but they're not in order here. The first one is Compass Rose. And look at that. Seashells. My husband and I both scuba. My husband is a dive master. So fish and shells, anything to do with corals, I love. And I can't wait to start working on this. You know, that desert. This would be beautiful on that desert. And I want to finish it in a blue frame, just like Christy shows here. So, thank you again, Christy. Then I picked up at Drma's yesterday. She had some patterns 50% off. So I picked up the Blue Flower Tudor Hair, and I love the Blue Flower too. She does a lot of nature charts, and if you don't follow her on YouTube or Floss Tube, you really need to, because she tells you something about nature specific to her area in almost all of her floss tubes. I will link her below too, because Janine is just, she's an amazing designer and person. She's wonderful. Also, I picked up this 50% off at Drma's yesterday, and it's by Manny Dodonna, Autumn Garden. And I want to finish it as a little pin pillow, and I think I have some fall leaf pins. If I don't, I'll make some. And of course, this has a bunny and bees. I love bunnies, and I'm down the bee rabbit hole. Bunny, bee, rabbit hole, get it? This is a Lizzie Kate, and it's just 4 little smalls for spring, and it's called Spring Smalls. Then I picked this up 50% off also. You know, I love hands-on designs, like I've already said. This one is Winter Whites, and I love the little orc tray, and I love the pin cushion. And I don't think I have any pins like that, but I think I have something similar. And if not, I'm sure I can get them from Jabco, just another button company. I will link them below also. Let me write that down. Because they not only have buttons, they have the pins also. And they're handmade out of, is that Fimo? It's a clay. And then lastly, off of the 50% off, I got a Sugar Maple Designs Use Spring Garden. And of course, you know, I'm going to have to do it on pink. But look, it's got that cute little sheep standing over the flowers and then bees. What could be better? Then I had Drma order me some things. Annie, the proper stitcher, came out with the Patriotic Quaker 1776. Is that the right? Yeah. And so I, you know, I love my Quakers, and I think that's a beautiful, and I think I'll finish it just like that. I'm going to have to order some Lady Dot trim for it. I think she might have used, maybe even said what she used with, yeah, she used Lady Dot Creates Rick Rack Storm Blue. So I don't know if I'll use Rick Rack or if I'll use chenille or pom-poms, but it's good to know what I need. Maybe I need to go ahead and order that and kit it up. Then I had her order me from Thread Milk Honeybee Feather Tree. And I think that's cute. And that shouldn't take a whole long time to stitch up. It calls for weeks dye works, and it has a DMC conversion. Then she ordered for me sewing sundries, which I forget where I saw it, but I think it's cute. And it is Classic Colorworks with the DMC conversion. And then I downloaded, I think I got this from Fat Quarter Shop, or I could have gone to Stitching with the Housewives Etsy, but it's Let It Be. And then here's another Salty Stitcher Designs by Christy. You know I love my kitties. Per more, his less. So, and that looks like my Duke kitty. And lastly, from Christy, of Salty Stitcher Designs, I got the Dr. Angela Mayu. And it says, I've learned that people will not, excuse me, let me start over. I've learned that people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. And I think I would like to start this as a SAL early next year. I just think that's beautiful. And Christy, got the authorization to use it and everything. And then Twin Peak Primitives. Now, I'm on their Patreon. I've mentioned that several times. And they posted this one, Squirrel's Autumn. So, isn't he cute with his little scarf? So that's Twin Peak Primitives. And then they sent me the other day, the twins are just such wonderful people. And not only do I love their designs, and I love their limited edition items, they're just such sweet, sweet ladies. So they sent me this Cherry Garden. And I may have shown it last Floss Tube, I'm not sure. But I wanted to make sure that I showed it again. And then I found Waxing Moon Designs, Little House in Autumn Woods. And this again was a PDF download, I think from Fat Quarter Shop. And then Drma also ordered for me. It's a Just Nan Special Edition 2024 Magical. I love the frame that it's in. So it has that beautiful sampler plus the little cube. And it has all of the little embellishments to go along with it in the chart. And coming to the last few, I had Gather Violets by Luminous Fiber Arts, but I found several more that they had. So I asked Drma to get them for me. And these should be a quick stitch. One is Gathering Honey. And I love that little bird standing up on top of the bee scalp. Gathering Snowflakes. and gathering stitches. And again, the cute little birds. I just love it. And then, if you're on Patreon for Twin Peak Primitives, we got 2 patterns this month. Mouse of the House freebie. Look at him. He's so adorable. And then Count Your Blessings. So those are all of my new charts for this time. And you know, you hear me always saying I need to go on a chart diet. I need to go on a regular diet too. But that's for another time. Then I ordered cottage garden threads. I was not familiar with them, and I got a heart and hand Valentine chart, and they used the garden country garden. What's it called? Cottage garden threads. Cottage garden threads. And I didn't like it at first because I like a long strand of floss when I'm stitching, and these were shorter than what I was used to. But boy, by the end of that little chart, I fell in love with them. And then Drma has a good many of their colors. But they had a 30% off sale back in June. So I ordered some, and I'm just going to quickly, well, first off, they sent me this as a gift, and it's Happy World Embroidery Day. So that was so nice. She sent me a really sweet little note and a floss separator. And then I'm just going to briefly show these colors. There's Gerbera, Blue Moon, African Violet, Pansy, Golden Gully, Mistletoe, Bird Bath, Golden Gully. I think I showed that one before because I got 2 of everything. Grasshopper, Puggle, Sweet Pea, Forget-Me-Not, Pistachio, Butterfly, Tulip, Poppy, and Duck Egg. Now, I have a good many patterns that are monochromatic. So that's why I got 2 of each, because I think that using these as the only fabric, the floss in a monochromatic chart would just be gorgeous. So that's what I plan to do with these. Also, these would be good for those gather patterns that I have for luminous fiber arts. Now, I thought I would show you how I organize my overdyes or my fancy floss. Now, I did not come up with this idea. I wish I could remember who it was on Floss Tube, because this has really worked well for me. Before I adopted this system, I was just putting it by dyer on big rings, you know, like 3-inch book rings. But she had, and I would put the rings in the box. And it was it wasn't easy if you bought new flosses to get them on the rings where it wasn't working for me. I know a lot of people that works perfect for them. There's nothing wrong with that. But for me, it just wasn't, it didn't work well. So this nice person on Floss Tube had ordered some shoe boxes from Amazon. And she got, this is shelf liner paper. It keeps things from slipping and sliding. It's like a silicone. So she put that on the bottom and then put her flosses in floss away bags. So I just thought that was genius. So I ordered, and they're by Sterlite. If I think about it, I will try to find and link the boxes below too. I don't have an Amazon shop, so that's, you know, neither here nor there. I like this, and the openings are very nice. And then I just put, like, this is Classic Colorworks, and I put the first color and the last color in, so 12 grain, and then Buckeye Scarlet, and then the next box starts with whatever comes after Buckeye Scarlet, and then I just stack them on my bookshelf, and this has really worked so well for me. So you know, try it out if you don't like what you're using now. And again, I do mine alphabetically by dyer, because since I'm not a designer, I don't need to compare different shades of red or blue or green or whatever. And it just, in my mind, alphabetical works best for me. Now, I'm going to quickly go on to quilting. It's been about 46 minutes, so I need to kind of finish up here. But I want to show you, I have 2 different blocks of the month that I'm a member of through Shabby Fabrics. And I'll link Shabby Fabrics below too. Another quilting store that I really like. So bear with me here. I got to get down for a second, because my desk, or excuse me, this is my cutting table that my husband made me. It's nice because it has 2 wings on either side that you can, well, if I didn't have stuff under it, you could collapse the 2 wings and make it much narrower. So both of these are called On Wander Lane. Now, the first ones that I'm going to show you is just a small, just a little tiny small quilt. I don't even want to call it a quilt block, because I think they finish it like 8 by 8 or something. So, and you put them on this cute little, let me see here, stand. So, I just love it. So here is Sunflower Slope, Cat in the Flowers. Yep, Cat in the Flowers. I know all about that. So you can make a whole little quilt out of it. So I only have 5 months worth. So there's Cat in the Flowers. Then Honey Hollow BU. Blossom Trail Sing. And these are all already, let me see. All of the applique pieces are already have fusible backing on them and have been cut. So all you have to do is iron them down and stitch around. You don't have to do anything else. And I love this one. Liberty Heights Truck. So, I think, again, this is a 12-month series. So, and I only have, I think that's 5 blocks. Then, I'm doing On Wander Lane, the big quilt. And this is 12 months. I've got 11. Again, all of your pieces are pre-fused, pre-cut, all that you need to make the block. So, I've got Liberty Heights. Look at that puppy dog. Is he cute? And I've got Schoolhouse Haven. And these are big kits. I mean, look at all those pieces. Harvest Acres. Mistletoe. I love the reindeer peeking around Santa's shoulder. Frost Hill, Loveland Cottage, and look at that bunny trying to get the Valentine into the mailbox. Shamrock Ridge, Bunny Knoll. Now you know I'm loving me some bunnies. Blossom Trail, Honeybee Hollow, Midnight Manor. Now I'm not excited to put this one in my quilt, but I will because it's a 12-month quilt. And then this is the backing. And I did get both thread packs for the minis and for the full-size quilt. So I've got those too. So that's really all I have for you today. I'm glad that you joined me. I hope that you have a wonderful 2 weeks. I'll be back again on, let's see, my next one is, well, I wrote it down and I don't see it. August 18th. I'll be back in 2 weeks on the 18th. So, yeah, because today's the 4th, plus 14 is 18. I hope you enjoyed my floss tube today. If you like it, please think about subscribing and giving me a thumbs up. And I look forward to talking with you again very soon. Thanks. Take care. Bye-bye.